Before we go any further, make sure to install your game plan for your upcoming matchup. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal gives high rewards, but does come with risk. Make sure your squad's ready to fire on all cylinders by prepping this week's game plan.
All right, fellas, listen up. We talked about this all week. This league has too many good teams for us to win games with average performance. It takes perfection. So let's be perfect today, fellas.
Set, lady.
Are you mad? My song is different from my little okay. What did you tell you, traitor? Freaking traitor! You are definition to our band. You are muffalism to our band. And you're taking suck my dick, idiot motherfucker! You're a case of love. You pick my big in my butt. Big in my butt. Big in my butt. You got your mom at corner. Your mom? I didn't know if somebody bombs you play corner. Okay. Let's see how this lady do. Excuse me, I'm a ma'am. I mean, I'm a male. No, that's me wrong. Get right, honey, people. Get right, honey. Get right, honey. I'm a male. Not a female. I'm a male. Hey, not a female. I wish. I was not. I wish. 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 People Hugo can stop calling me a girl before you get knocked That's all I gotta say. From the mic. What happened? You know what? This game taking so long so much.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the first game of this young man's NFL career, and as usually the case with rookie quarterbacks just starting out, you have to think they'll be picked on early and often by opposing quarterbacks. It's the Jets going up against the Bills.
I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! I'm coming after you! Check three!
Now a run. This is Bilal Powell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now Love. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like the screen being called here early in the game.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. No. No, DJ, no. No, and, different, huh?
Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. Out of the gun, Love. That's complete to Meredith. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Don't hit. Andrew, throw it to me. Andrew, my side. The right side, the left side.
This is the running back, Powell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Don't it. Maybe not in the Colts, but you in the Buffalo Bills now.
They go again with Powell. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Good job, D. Good job.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Luck on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to...
Oh, we missed it. Oh, give him a run. Give him a run. Touchdown. Jets, 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 Jets. Hey, Jets, Jets.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Sit in that big field.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
Check out. Green 70.
Alert, alert.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL.
But no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jets will take over.
Come on, Jets. Hey, we best team in the world. Let's go. Four.
The second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Paxton Lynch leading the charge offensively. Luck on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Strong left. Strong left.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got to jump here.
No. Whoa.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Come on,
Let's get there.
A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there? Yeah, maybe that extra, that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
Hit these bitches in the mouth and send them to California to go home.
Here's Luck now on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Alex Okafor
Go, Sonny.
in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long, it's Luck. Dumps off to Powell. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
This is taken at the 15. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Let's go, Matthew Stafford. Tell you what, let's show who the best.
They are in the second quarter down in Miami. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. Duke Johnson, a first-half touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it?
You dumb, stupid. Score. 14-0, I don't care. What should we talk 14-0?
Watch tight end, watch tight end.
Ah, they got another touchdown, y'all. You dookie.
On first down, it's Love. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Come on, you got it.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
You biatch.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Right.
Now it's Love. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here's Love. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
They ain't put me back in.
This one fielded at the 5. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
Block. Come on. You want to take a dub? You need the ball. You need to get safe.
They're on to the second half now down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Paxton Lynch, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Here's Love. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. It's a tough early season stretch for the Bills. After this, they go to Carolina, then home for the Broncos, then 2 more games on the road at Atlanta and Cincinnati.
3 of those teams have been in the Super Bowl in the last 2 seasons.
They will, however, get a brief reprieve with their bye week in Week 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a 1st down. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down. Now the Jets are going to burn another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Fresh set of downs here.
Watch right, watch right. Watch right, watch right. 622.
A shotgun snap for Locke. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. 10 more there and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Roberts with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let them know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
That throw good for 4. It's second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about where they want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
Two tights. Second. Hey, easy. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Here's Powell. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Let's go.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Here's Locke. And he's got room. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets.
Don't even try to run Luck.
Yeah, baby, that's on.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time.
Let's go, offense. Let's go. You do this right. You know who you do. Whoa, glitchy. Glitchy moment. I'm a glitch. That's some glitchy moment. No, please don't tell me.